everyone, I thought today I would have a go at something from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Johanna Basford. This is my second copy and I'm sort of working through the book. Now I have here actually a swatch chart which I'm going to be using. I'm using my Black Widows today. I'm using all my Black Widows. I actually haven't got the skin tones in here because I didn't think I would necessarily need them, but I may do. But anyway, I made this big swatch chart in sort of colour order, and it's available on my Ko-fi for free, so you can grab it if you want to. And I'm going to be using it as well because I've just fairly recently got new sets. I was gifted new sets of Dragon and Monarch. I've just noticed one of my Monarch's pencils is in my Dragon set, so there must be a Dragon pencil somewhere in my Monarch set. That's fun. Anyway, so sorry, I've just banged my chair into this. So I don't quite know the sets that well, so I thought I would use my swatch chart to just help me a little bit. I'm hoping eventually I can get a pencil case to put them all in and mix them up into this order, which would make it much easier for me. I know some of you are going to go, can't do that, but that would be easier for me. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to come in a little bit closer, but I'm going to start with this vine. Now, all the way around the edge of this page, there's a little vine. I see it twisting its way around. I'm going to do that first while I'm not zoomed in very closely, because I'm just going to grab a book actually and put underneath. I happen to have a book here underneath the page because it's quite near the front. I need something to lean on. I think that'll work. Yeah. So I want a fairly dark green because it's the border. Just having a look at my chart. I think I will use the Dragon, the Wizard from Dragon set, which is a dark green. If you don't have, I haven't done any comparison swatch charts yet. I think I might just put my light on. When I'm zoomed out, it's quite dark. There we go. And I'm just going to block this in quite dark. I haven't done any comparison swatch charts yet. I don't know whether when this video comes out, whether I would have had time to do any. So really this is just a dark bluey green. If you're using polychromos, the dark cobalt green would probably be the right colour. Something like that, or the pine, you know, just, or in, you know, a dark green in Prismacolor, something like that. It's, I don't think it's that crucial, that just a bluey green, really. And I'm just going to do the whole of this with it, and then I'm going to decide on the leaf colour after, because I'm not really sure whether how it's going to look really. And I will come in a lot closer when I'm doing more detailed work, but I'm just blocking it in, so I thought I would stay zoomed out for the minute, and then you can sort of see how it looks on the page as a whole to start with. I hope that this little series is going to be good. I'm keeping these videos shorter. I'm very aware, if you got my newsletter, you will see. If you don't get my newsletter, by the way, you can read them on my website. The link to the website is in the video description, and the link to sign up to the newsletter as well if you wish. You don't have to. I know a lot of us have so many emails cluttering up our inboxes, it just takes up so much time. So the newsletters are on the website. This month's will be on there by now. I tend to put them up a little bit later so that those of you who actually sign up for the newsletter get them a bit early, because you know, a little bit of a perk for you for signing up. And now that ends there, okay? There's a line, you can't see, I'm so far away, but I'm going to continue this next bit in the same colour because it again looks like a similar vine. Anyway, what was I saying about my newsletter? Website, newsletter. Oh, I don't even know what I was saying. Distracted myself. Oh, no. As I said in my newsletter, we've had a bit of a disaster in the house, in the fact that we discovered loads of dry and wet rot under our shower. And we are very fortunate in that we have 2 showers. So we can use a different one while waiting for it to be repaired. It's going to be repaired in July. I'm not sure exactly when. And so while it's being repaired, I won't be able to record any videos because it will be noisy Obviously workmen are noisy, and also I have to sort of be available for him while he's here, you know, if he needs, you know, making cups of tea, and if he needs to ask me questions and all that sort of thing. And I just can't keep popping off to make videos or whatever. And I'm not very good at recording in the evenings. I'm usually a bit tired, and I can't really talk. I just spout nonsense. I've also got Wimbledon coming up, and it's a bit of my I usually take a bit of time off during Wimbledon. I might record in the mornings, but the problem is that Wimbledon can start as early as 10 o'clock in the morning, and if I want to get a walk in the day, which I think is really good, by the time I've done that, it's sort of started. And we're going all the way around this this lock pit. So I don't get much time then, and it's my sort of indulgence, my, you know, and it's on for a fortnight. Also, her husband's taking 2 weeks off work, the week before Wimbledon starts and the first week of Wimbledon. Wimbledon, by the way, being tennis, for those of you that don't follow the tennis. So there's tennis on now, well, not now, but at the moment in the afternoons, every day, so it's getting really distracting. But so I'm thinking keep the videos short. There may only be one a day eventually, because of, you know, workmen, really. Rather, I wouldn't Wimbledon's just a bit of an indulgence, and if there's a boring match on, I can, although of course with the internet you can watch every match, so you can pick and choose. But, you know, I sure have time to do something. But once the workman starts, probably not while he's here at all. So I have weekends, and that's about it. But anyways, I'll do my best. But I thought if I make some shorter videos, then I've got a bit of content for you, which is quicker for me to record. And I will make sure that I always do the planner pages. Those will happen. And while I'm not able to record while my workman's here, I will be making comparison swatch charts, which is what sort of brought me to that. So I've got this swatch chart here. A lot of you have asked me for comparison ones. I did a little poll on my Ko-fi, and the top one was Prisma. You want Black Widow to Prisma. I think that they'll match better because of these sort of pastel-y colours you don't really get in like polys, but also want them to Black Widow to polys, and I'm happy to do those, but I thought I would wait, and rather than spending my time at the moment making swatch charts, I'm just trying to work out where this is going. There's a bit here which seems to go to there. What's that? That bit comes from that leaf. This bit, where does it go? I think I'm just going to carry on with this bit. So I shall work on the swatch charts then while I'm watching Wimbledon and while the plumber is in, which might be the same time. Wimbledon is from the 1st to the 14th of July. Now I'm trying to work out sort of where we've got a vine starting again down here. I'm not sure when the plumber's going to be doing, so just said July. So yeah, while I'm watching Wimbledon or while the plumber's in, I can easily be making swatch charts, because you have to look at the screen all the time, you know. Often if it's a good point, there's a replay and things like that. So I never sit and just watch. I used to, as a teenager, I would just sit and watch. Obviously I was at school some of the time, so I couldn't do that, but after school I would sit and watch if I didn't have any homework, and on the weekends. And then when I was doing my GCSEs and A-levels, you know, the sort of big exams at 16 or 18, you finished before Wimbledon started, so you could watch it then, so that was good. And when I was a student, now I'm trying to work out what we're doing. Now we've got this one here, which is what I've just coloured here, so I need to colour it here. Maybe I should have done that a different colour. Anyway, yeah, so I always watched it as a student as well, because I wasn't, and then when I was working, that was annoying, couldn't watch it. But I used to watch it in the evenings. They would have a summary programme in the evenings, you know, sort of saying what happened in the day. I'd keep up with the scores, things like that. Of course, we didn't have mobile phones back in the day, so I couldn't keep up with it. I used to take my little battery-powered radio with me to school, and we would listen to it at lunchtime or on the bus. Gosh, that ages me a bit, doesn't it? Radio 5 Live would broadcast it. I'm just going to sharpen and then we'll carry on up this end. I'm sorry, it's not very entertaining colouring at the moment. I mean, it's just, we're just sort of filling it in. And it is a symmetrical pattern, which I've just realised. Or mainly, not completely, because here, look, it's a bit different because of the words and it's fitting around the story. But I haven't really done a page like this in Ivy for you, with which is like a border. And I just quite fancied doing this. They were nice. There were some nice fun elements like the keyhole and the keys and the books and the flowers and things. And I thought and the bee. And I thought it sort of broke down into parts quite well. So I thought it would be a good little sort of one to do. Now, what do we do here? We didn't colour in that. Okay, carry on up here. So I thought it would be, you know, it was a good one to do. In sort of little instalments. So my plan is to try to get ahead with sort of morning videos and get as many of those done, short ones for you, and then try and get ahead with planner videos as well. I've just recorded one set of planner videos. It's a 4-parter. It's big, but I could have fitted it into 3 had I done longer videos. I did 30 minutes. Had I done 45, then I would have fitted it into 3 parts, but I decided to make it a bit longer. I didn't feel like I was rushing it then, because I was making them shorter, if that makes sense. And also I thought it would give me an extra day video for you when, you know, for when I need to get ahead, basically. So that's that. I have what other news have I got? I've ordered, oh excuse me, I've ordered my Johanna Basford planner, so hopefully I would have already done a flip through of that for you. I'm trying to think about maybe it'll be today, not sure. So I've ordered that. I'm having to be a bit careful with my spending, as I've told you before. I don't want to be boring about it, but I haven't ordered the Polychromos pencils I need yet. I'm just making do, which is fine. It gets you to use different colours, you know, if some are a bit short and that sort of thing. But I will do it. But I'm just being a bit careful. With sort of, like when husband got paid, it was more than we expected, which was fantastic, because it's his first time of being paid since he's reduced his hours. I'm going to do these 2. Can you see these little thin curls with this? It was more than we expected, and we were not sure whether he got a partial tax rebate in his pay, because he'd paid his sort of higher rate of tax the month before, and so now his hours are cut, his tax will go down, or whether that is what he's going to get and we completely miscalculated. So we've got to wait and see what he gets this month, really. I'm just looking at what else I want to do with this colour, and I want to do, see here, we've got this little sort of surround bit. I'm never quite sure what these are supposed to be, but we'll cover it with that. And are there any more? There's one here. I thought there was some more. Oh, there's one here too. So all these sort of loopy bits I'm going to do in this colour, but the bit inside are doing a different colour. So yes, I'm immensely grateful for the fact that I've been sent these beautiful Black Widow pencils. And it does mean that even though, oh, I think I'm going to do these. You know, I said I could do with a few spare polys. I've got so many lovely pencils now, I don't have to really, I'm going to do that one. worry about getting more because I've got so many lovely pencils to choose from. So thank you. And everyone's been so kind and generous. It's really lovely. But yeah, so we're going to see what his pay is this time. But of course we've got to pay for all these repairs to the bathroom, etc. But our plumber came yesterday and gave us a really rough estimate of how much it would be, and it was far less than we were expecting. I've just found the correct pencil that was put in the wrong tray. I realised, of course, that the Monarchs have an orange band and the around here, and these have a green, so I could easily spot it once I got my brain in gear. Now, looking at the time, 15 minutes already just doing that and talking. Wow, it doesn't feel good value for money for you. All I've done is the border. I've done no special colouring and I've just whitted on. I'm going to do a little bit of something else just because I feel like I've shortchanged you. So I'm going to use I'm just looking at my swatch chart. I can talk you through what I'm doing with choosing colours. So this is the wizard that I used. And I'm trying to choose a colour which is also a bluey green. Now, I feel like I put this opal in the wrong place. I think it should be nearer, it's a bit too blue, so it shouldn't really be here. Anyway, looking at it now. So I think I'm going to use the turquoise, which is a scorpion pencil, for the leaves and things. We'll do a little bit of that before I go. As I say, I feel like you've been a bit shortchanged. Here's the turquoise from the scorpion set. The scorpion set has this sort of silver, as does the Black Widow set. And my Cobra set looks like that. It hasn't got any dipped ends, so it's all a bit different. So what I'm going to do with this turquoise is, I'm just looking to see what we've got going on here. I'm going to do all the leaves that are joined to this vine that I've done. So these here, I'm going to try and just fade them a little bit towards the end. I'm just going to sharpen this pencil. But they're quite small, so it's a little bit tricky. If you can't, you can't. These might be easier to do than those, to be honest. There we go. And then up to these. I'm not sure about those. I think I'm going to leave those for now. Just do the actual leaves that are joined, as I said I was going to. And I think what we'll do tomorrow's videos, we'll do something completely different. So I won't do greens. Maybe we'll do these part of books or something like that, so that it's a bit different. And it means that if you're watching these videos and sort of doing them all in one go, rather than day by day, then you won't have to do loads of greens in a row. You know, sometimes I think it gets a little bit, I don't think boring is the right word, but it's quite nice to have a change of colour, isn't it, sometimes? I think my mood changes. Sometimes I like just using the same colour over and over. If I'm really stressed, or if I want to mull something over in my head and I don't want to think about colour, I just want to, you know, be relaxed and thinking, then doing the same colour is really good. But if I'm sort of more consciously colouring, I like to mix it up a bit. I don't know if that makes any sense. I did a survey actually for Castle Arts yesterday, and they were asking about the sort of mindful benefits of colouring and things. You know, do you use it for relaxation and that sort of thing? You know, I mean, I've never really started using it for relaxation. I used it because it was fun. I really liked, used to like shading things, putting shadows in and that sort of thing, light and shade. But I couldn't draw. I could a little bit, but not very well. And it took me a long time and I didn't enjoy it. I just enjoyed the filling in bit, you know. So having something pre-drawn that I could just fill in, that wasn't a children's colouring book, that allowed me to have that freedom of just filling in the colour and not having to do you know, draw it myself and that, or trace it or whatever, was so good, and that's what I enjoyed about it. And then it was only once I'd started doing it that I realised it could have a sort of relaxation benefit. Perhaps because other people were saying they were using it for that benefit. It wasn't really something that I'd even thought about. And I suspect that might be the same for Johanna Basford when she started doing her colouring books. I doubt she thought about the health benefits. I suspect she just thought it would be fun, which it is, of course. Yeah. So I realise I'm not filling in everything here. We've got these sorts of bits, and you know, and I will come back to those later. As I say, we're not going to do green tomorrow. We'll do something else. Okay, I think I am done for now, so I'm going to leave that. So despite the fact that I was planning to make this a sort of a 10-minute video, it's ended up being 20 minutes, but there we go. I think that's fine. I think with only 10 minutes you wouldn't have got very much. So there is our beginning, and we are going to, as I say, come back tomorrow and do a little section. So now we've done the border, we can sort of section it up a little bit. So we've got this section, this section, this section, these, which are almost symmetrical, and this bit. So, you know, we can break it up a little bit more now, and I think it makes it look more manageable. I mean, it's quite manageable because it's not a whole page, but even so, I think it allows you to see where you're going and what you've got to deal with. So I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Well, I won't see you. You won't see me either. But, well, you'll see me. Here I am. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe and comment. Makes all the difference, and if you stay on at the very end, there's usually an advert which helps my channel as well. So I appreciate all of you that do that. Thank you so much. Have a super day, and happy colouring.